Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
For decades, he's been someone other people come to for help.
Your whole life, you do what you do for the patient. Now you have to hope others do it.
Now, this local doctor finds himself in need of a gift that could save his life. It is a race against time for Dr. Ken Casey.
The Beaumont neurosurgeon needs a liver transplant, and his best chance is from a living donor. Since his diagnosis last summer, the entire family has been trying to find anyone who might be a match.
Let's get to Priya Mann at Beaumont Hospital in Grosse Pointe. Priya, Dr. Casey's a very familiar face there.
Yeah, that's right, Devin. Kim, let's put it this way. If you had any issue with your brain, you hoped it was Dr. Casey who would be operating. He's just a fixture here in Grosse Pointe. In fact, his daughter has competed in the Special Olympics. She reached out to Local 4, the family doing everything they can to find a match.
Somebody's out there, I could use the help.
A beloved Beaumont neurosurgeon is desperately looking for an organ donor.
My whole life I gave to the patients. I mean, people used to joke, you'll die in the operating room. We'll just notice that you stopped working. Now I'm depending on somebody else.
For nearly 40 years, Dr. Ken Casey saved countless lives.
So I know what the patients expect, in the sense that they're in the bed hoping you can do the best for them. That was my whole life.
Dr. Casey worked wonders on the human brain. Now he needs a liver transplant.
It's a hard decision for a person to come to be a donor. But, we're always looking for miracles.
Last year, he was diagnosed with hepatitis C, which can lead to serious liver damage, and his health deteriorated.
One day, my wife just said, get in the car, and we drove to Pittsburgh. I got admitted to the emergency room and spent 4 or 5 days getting all sorts of tests.
Doctors said his liver was failing, and at 71, the odds he'd get a cadaver liver were against him. Dr. Casey needs an organ donor.
It's the first time you face your mortality. Something can kill me. And the way that people in Pittsburgh talked, it wouldn't be long before it killed me.
The family turned to social media, trying to spread the word.
You're sitting around saying, am I getting anywhere with this, or am I just going to die from it?
He's made peace with his diagnosis and is now praying he gets a little more time with his family.
God still runs the ship, and whatever happens to you happens, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try and pick up on your own and do what you can.
He's just a remarkable man who dedicated his life to helping others. Now, in order to be considered a match, here's what you need. You need to be healthy. You need to have an O blood type between the ages of 18 and 55 and have a BMI of less than 35. Now, if you think that you are a match, we've got a website up on your screen. Just fill out that form and make sure you list the recipient as Kenneth Casey. Reporting live tonight in Grosse Pointe, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Hopefully a lot of people will be moved to think about whether or not they can be a donor. All right, Priya. Now, let's move to the coronavirus as numbers here in Michigan continue to trend in the right direction. The state reporting 9,898 new cases over the past 3 days. That averages out to a little less than 3,300 cases a day, so way down off of where we were just 2 weeks ago. We've also lost, though, another 38 lives to COVID over those same 3 days.
Meanwhile, we continue to follow a major traffic headache near the Canadian border. Sky 4 giving us a live look here over the Ambassador Bridge, where there are backups headed to the Canadian side due to demonstrators slowing traffic into Windsor. If you need to cross the border, it's suggested you use the Detroit-Windsor Tunnel or the Blue Water Bridge. State Rep Jones back in court today for a hearing related to his controversial arrest on suspicion of drunk driving last April. At issue today, whether a previous encounter Jones had with police should be allowed as evidence. Local 4 defender Sean Lay is live with more on that piece of Jones's past and what the judge decided about it today. Sean.
And Kimberly, this is a new piece of evidence or something from Jones' past that we didn't know about until court today, that in 2019, Dearborn police found Jones asleep behind the wheel of his running vehicle again in 2019, and his attorney described the incident in court today this way.
My client was found asleep in his car. He was pulled over in a residential neighborhood in the city of Dearborn. Part of his car was sticking out in the street. He was not flush with the curb. Police pulled up, woke him up. He was startled. They said he was startled and confused. Got him out of the car. He had his weapon on him. So for their safety, they handcuffed him, put him in the back of their police car.
Jewel Jones' attorney says the Democratic state rep passed a field sobriety test when he was found asleep behind the wheel of a running vehicle in Dearborn back in 2019. Jones' attorney arguing that the prosecution should not be able to use this new information about Jones at his upcoming trial for felony resisting arrest and misdemeanor DUI.
He didn't get arrested. He didn't resist the arrest. He wasn't charged with a crime. He received a civil infraction for impeding traffic.
But prosecutors tell a different story, saying very much like Jones' well-publicized incident with MSP in April of last year, the 2019 incident shows that Jones also refused to cooperate with police.
While they attempted to identify him, was so uncooperative that he needed to be handcuffed.
Jewel Jones is moving forward with his defense that his April arrest was unlawful, saying troopers had no reason to question him along the side of I-96 when they were called there for a crash. As far as prosecutors being able to highlight Jones' past conduct at trial, the judge says no.
And we're going to try the evidence of what happened. We're going to try this case of what happened in I-96 at that date, at that time, at that place.
All right, and we do apologize for the audio problems that we're having with Sean's mic right now. We'll move on to Devin.
Well, the village of Sanford is going to get almost $1 million from FEMA, that money for the acquisition and demolition of 14 homes that were damaged following that mid-Michigan dam failure in May of 2020. The homes will be removed from the flood hazard area. The location will be reverted to an open space that will be maintained by the city. Located in the floodplain of the Tittabawassee River, the area is susceptible to recurring flooding unless mitigation measures are taken.
Court records show a second guilty plea is planned in the alleged 2020 plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Caleb Franks is expected to plead guilty to kidnapping conspiracy charges. This comes weeks before Franks was scheduled to stand trial in federal court in Grand Rapids alongside 4 others. The deal requires Franks to cooperate with federal investigators and testify against the men he said he trained with. In return, the feds will not bring additional charges against Franks and will ask for Franks to get a lighter sentence.
Governor Whitmer will deliver her budget proposal on Wednesday of this week, and we've learned it'll include more than $2 billion for an educator incentive program. Full-time returning K-12 teachers and other employees would get a bonus of $2,000 this year and next, then $3,000 in 2024 and $4,000 in 2025. Part-timers would see less of a bonus, but a bonus nonetheless. Rod Maloney live tonight with a look at how this is all being received so far. Rod?
Well, Devin, talk to an economist, they will tell you that incentives work. And that's exactly what they want here, because if they spend this kind of money, they think that they can shore up the teaching program that is out there right now and in desperate need of some help. Michigan's classroom sizes are getting larger, while fewer and fewer teachers remain to do the job. Many of the experienced educators retiring at the end of every school year. Michigan's state education superintendent, Michael Rice, consulted closely with Governor Whitmer on this education budget.
This is an appropriate approach, a terrific approach at this moment in our state's history.
He believes these incentives are a genuine game changer.
We have a substantial teacher shortage, one that predates the pandemic, exacerbated by the pandemic. We need these incentives not only to stabilize the profession, but to strengthen the profession and to revive the profession to make it what it once was.
Of course, there is the question whether even $2 billion over 5 years is enough. John Pratt is the Michigan Education Association spokesperson.
We need to recruit and retain the best and brightest people in our classrooms.
And yet, while it's a very good start, there are other pressing issues needing attention.
It's not the only thing. We need to improve the base compensation for employees. We need to improve the culture and reduce the attacks that are happening on educators.
Well, the governor's budget is an annual event, and usually this time of year we're talking about how the governor is looking in this direction, the legislature looking in that direction for best ways to spend this money. But because we have as much cash as we do coming in from the COVID relief funds, there's plenty of money to go around, and so there isn't much in the way of an argument here. Legislature sure seems to be on board with the governor in this area as well. Reporting live, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Sure does. All right, Rod.